Hello YouTubers and welcome to my first episode of Destiny 101. What is Destiny? And in this What is Destiny, I'll be talking about single player and what does it feel like? What does it bring to the table in terms of games? Is it just a copy of Borderlands, like just what it looks like? Or is it something more like a Halo or a Skyrim? I'm going to be starting up a series called Destiny 101. It's probably in the title. And I made a playlist about it. So far, I've really liked Destiny's, and I'll probably be doing a lot of tutorials and how-tos and guides, whether it be multiplayer or single player, all about Destiny when it officially releases. I've got to play the beta. I don't have a lot of gameplay for it, unfortunately, so I might have to put in some like Halo 3 or Reach gameplay, since that's a Bungie game, into the commentaries, just because I didn't get a lot because I was focused on playing than recording. But let's get into it, guys. What is Destiny single player? Well, the best way I can put it is an MMO slash Skyrim hybrid. If Skyrim was co-op, I guess. It's very MMO-ish, as in like when you go to the tower, you can go to all these people and they sell you items, and there's a bunch of people walking around and you can interact and dance and sit and wave to them. And that's not my favorite part. The MMO, I've just not really been an MMO person. Just kind of feels like fetch quest after fetch quest. But the part that I am interested in is the Skyrim quest lines and the Skyrim exploration. You can do set quest lines in certain areas where they give you markers which are extremely well set up, and it feels very Skyrimish. You're exploring, you're doing this on your own, and each mission has its own story. And this could be only in beta because they only give us a couple of missions, but it has been incredibly fun to just walk around and explore and ride around on my speeder like in half an instant. Something different from most first-person shooters is you have a couple of abilities. I only locked probably 3 for each one. You have a grenade that regenerates. You have a melee attack, a special melee attack, and then you have what's called a supercharge, or as I like to call, a cyber key. It's just like as if you wanted eye candy, like a big Michael Bay explosion, and it kills everybody around you. My favorite one is the Titan, where he just slams and pretty much causes an earthquake of death around him. It's fantastic. It never gets old for me. The Golden Gun, which is pretty much a one-shot kill gun, it's pretty boring to me, but it is effective. But we'll get into that in the multiplayer video. The enemies are surprisingly varied. I expected just a bunch of copies of like the elites and brutes, and while it does sort of feel like that in a way, I don't think it was that copy and pasted. It feels like they copied it correctly and not cheaply. Each class is pretty fun. I've spent my time level capping each one, so I know most of the abilities, and I've played with almost all the weapons. The auto rifles seem to be the best, or not the auto rifles, the scout rifles. The scout rifle's like a single fire shot. It's kind of like a DMR or marksman rifle. It's very useful. It's very high damage and high rate of fire. The hand cannons kind of suck, but that could be just because it only has 6 rounds in a magazine and has a super long what's it called? Reload time. Yeah. It's not really based on reactions, like in COD or what's it called? Halo, I guess, or even Battlefield. It's mostly based around headshots and skill. Like in Halo, it is essential to get headshots, whether it be in multiplayer or in single player. In both of them, they get 3 times multiplayer multiplier to the damage that it does. So say a gun does 34% of its damage, you can get 3 body shots and kill him. You can get 1 headshot and kill him. It's ridiculous how important headshots are, and it really adds a layer of skill to the gunplay instead of just who saw who first, like in COD. The quest lines have been very fun. I haven't been able to explore that much since I've been trying to level them up, but it's very fun to ride around in your speeder. I'm not sure if those multiplayer vehicles are going to play into the single player campaign at all, but it does seem very cool. There are parts where you can there's almost always a part where you can just respawn in like 3 seconds if you die in the middle of the world. But there's sections that are called the darkness sections where you have to respawn at certain checkpoints a while back. And this is kind of like the missions in Halo where you have a set checkpoint. If you don't get that, if you don't kill all the enemies or you don't survive, then you have to go back to the last checkpoint that you were at. And I'm really glad this happened, not just a you lose, start the whole mission over thing. They really placed these out well, and I hope this checkpoint system continues out throughout the whole game. Something about the gunplay that I really liked is hip firing. I'm not sure why games neglect this so much, but all the guns have really good hip fire, so it's really fun to just strafe around really quickly and stuff. I really like that. I'm running out of gameplay. I'll probably put the rest of my Destiny gameplay up right now. I barely got any, what's it called, single player gameplay, but yeah, there it is. I don't know what to say, guys. This is some footage of me zooming around on my speeder. Oh, I forgot. The game is probably the prettiest game I've ever played on console ever. Battlefield 4 was really realistic. This is definitely the most... It's like a moving piece of art. It's incredible how high-res and pretty everything is. Even the speeder bike trail is like a fire of awesomeness. I don't know. But all the classes seem really balanced. I'll talk about the classes more in depth in the multiplayer video. But for now, guys, this is it. This is Quintraplex signing off.